Yo, hey guys, it's Pop and Jacques Slade here. Back with another unboxing, and today I have the privilege, the good luck to be able to show you the Dream basketball sneaker. Now, that's obviously not exactly accurate. Technically, it's the Dreamer basketball sneaker, but the way things add up with this sneaker, I'm actually pretty excited about the shoe for one, and what the shoe actually represents. So big shout out to the folks over at Puma that helped put this whole video together. So with that being said, let's jump right into it. So for those that know, or if you're into the world of basketball, you know that Puma actually jumped back into the basketball game in a very, very big way in the last few years, and they've done a couple of different silhouettes, and right now I feel like they're really getting into their groove. They're finding that space where Puma is actually going to fit in when it comes to the sneakers that you can get that are focused on performance basketball. And this shoe right here, this one in particular, is one that really stands out to me because it represents a couple of different things. But let's just really kind of get into it. So this is the box that you see. This is J. Cole's first signature shoe with Puma. And this is actually J. Cole's shoe. It's not a colorway that they created for J. Cole. From what I've been told, this is J. Cole's actual signature sneaker. And I know for a lot of people, like, well, why does J. Cole have a signature basketball sneaker, especially one that you can use in the performance world? Well, for one, J. Cole has game. Don't think that just because the guy has bars and the guy can produce and rap and all that stuff, that he won't give you buckets on the court, because the guy is actually good in basketball. And two, it's a new world when it comes to sneakers and what each person and what person can contribute to the world of basketball sneakers. So don't knock the man. Don't limit the man. Why are you guys trying to limit what the man can do? Of course he can do his own signature basketball sneaker with Puma. Anyway, so with that being said, the box these actually come in is really dope. And as you guys know, if you watch this channel, I really like when they actually spend time with the boxes and with the look of the sneaker. So this is the Puma RS-Dreamer, and you see it has the little silhouette of J. Cole there, obviously the clouds and then the blue sky. As far as boxes go, this is definitely one that you're going to show off. It's not one that you're just going to want to tuck away in the closet. This is one you're actually going to give some love. So that being said, let's hop into the kicks, and here we go. Okay, so this is, again, the Puma RS-Dreamer. Technically, it's the RSD here on the tongue, but the D stands for Dreamer. So let me get these out of the box and give you guys a better look at them and give you some of the story behind them and some of the tech behind them that I think is actually really impressive. These came with a card. Don't sleep on your dreams. They keep us grinding and thriving. Few people dream bigger than hip hop legend J. Cole. And to celebrate his and others' audacious dreams, we've teamed together up to bring the RS-Dreamer. We took the bold elements of the RS series, which is a very, very dope series of shoes, and turned them fully playable pair of kicks. RS-Dreamer features Puma tech like Pro Foam midsole, high abrasion rubber outsole, next level design, and J. Cole's Dreamer emblem to remind you to never be afraid to dream big, never sleeping, always dreaming. Shout out to Puma. Thank you guys. So just to get like the financials down, these are $125. They're available right now. I actually, if they are still available, they may have actually sold out by now, but don't worry. This is just the introductory colorway of the RS-Dreamer. There's actually going to be multiple colorways coming throughout the rest of this year. So if you weren't able to get your hands on this particular colorway, don't worry, there's more coming. And also, I'll put a link down in the description so you can find out more about the RS-Dreamer, because I definitely think it's a shoe that is going to start making waves. I think people are going to start getting more and more into what Puma is offering, and this shoe is really part of that introduction. But let's get into it. First of all, as you see, it's a low cut, not even a mid cut. I would just call this simply a low cut sneaker. You see there's tons of pops of color here, and this is all part of the midsole. And for those that play ball, you see that this actually rolls up over the lateral side of your foot, and that's really part of that containment to keep you contained inside the shoe. So when you're making those cuts, it helps your foot foot not roll over the midsole or over the footbed. You have that containment with this piece right here. On the medial side, for those that drag your toe, which I do when it comes to basketball, you have this extra piece of durability and protection there. And then they also give you some extra rubber that rides up here on the medial side as well. And again, that's for that traction when you're cutting back and forth and you need that extra grip right there. So you have that there. Now, when it comes to the actual midsole, Puma is using Pro Foam, which I just read on the card, but also they use it in the Sky Dreamer. For those of you that like the Sky Dreamer, that's like the high top version of Puma's basketball sneakers that they offer right now that kind of has that sort of like nostalgic old school sort of vibe. So that uses Pro Foam as well. And when you move to the upper of these, hold on, I'm gonna get some of this paper out here. The upper of these is actually pretty interesting. It uses a good mix of materials. One, I think, for breathability, also for durability, and also to give you a sort of a premium feel on the sneaker as well. So for instance, at the toe box on these, you see that they use like this textile knit. So all of these, this section here, this midsection, and really the majority of the shoe uses like this textile knit to keep the shoe breathable. You get that same sort of textile knit on the tongue. That way the shoe doesn't become this like crazy hot box. But then you have like small hits of like reflective material here on the medial side right here at the toe. And then you have it here on the outside at the toe. And then you have it on the lateral side here at the toe as well. And then you have pops on the ribbons that they have at the back of the shoe. They have a mix of some premium materials. So they have like this nubuck or like this suede material that here, again, on that same side of the lateral side that stops you from rolling over, they have a reinforced overlay of like this nubuck material to keep you locked in. You have some here as well to help with the laces, so when you're locking down. And then you have some here on the inside as well that helps add a little support to the arch of your foot. And speaking of the Achilles, you do have a little bit of protection here. It's not, I wouldn't say it's sculpted around your Achilles. It's more just you have some padding here and it's separated into two sections. So you have this higher section here that actually rides up a little bit. It's almost like a collar. I would say the ankle collar has padding, and then there's like a stitch line that goes around, and then you have some additional padding through the rest of your shoe. It definitely has a pocket back there for your heel, so you have a nice heel counter in there to help keep your heel locked in. The other thing is the outsole. Now, this rubber is very, very nice. It's soft, it's not too hard, which is, again, something that I always look for. I imagine people that wear these shoes are gonna wear them both indoors and outdoors, and this rubber provides just the right amount of give, and it feels tactile enough that it should work. The really interesting thing is the shape that they use for the rubber. It's not the traditional shape that you usually see on a basketball shoe. It almost looks like a tree or a vine, where like that's or a leaf. Maybe it looks like a leaf here, where you have like the leaf shape, and then you have like the vines that go out inside of a leaf. For those that know what I'm talking, well, everybody knows what a leaf looks like, and yeah, so that's what the leaf looks like there on the bottom. It's a very interesting rubber design, and it's in all white, but I feel like this is going to last you both indoors and outdoors. It's not super soft where it's only indoors, but it's not hard either whether you can only use it outdoors either. Again, these are J. Cole's shoes, so you have his Dreamer logo there on the heel, and then you also have the Dreamer logo on the insoles as well. They have his Dreamer logo next to the Puma basketball logo right there, which is obviously a nice touch. Now, on the bigger, broader thing when it comes to shoes like this, these shoes look great. I think they're cool. They bridge the gap between performance and lifestyle. I think this is a shoe that you could wear around and wear outside off the basketball court and not really think twice about it. But the bigger thing for me when it comes to this pair is thinking about what this represents when it comes to a celebrity or a musician buying into a brand. We often have that happening with brands, but in this situation, you have a celebrity that's legitimately good at a sport, that plays this sport well, and could have gone on to play at a higher level in this sport, but chose music instead. But now J. Cole is actually influencing the design and helping with the design of a sneaker to play that sport. To me, that's like, it's like super meta, where you have a basketball player working with a brand to create a basketball sneaker. You know what I mean? Like that, you don't often see that. He has his hands in the cultural touch points of hip hop and rap and music and all of those worlds, but he also has a hand in the sports world as well, as someone who plays and as someone who is a fan of the sport. So you have this convergence of these two worlds in one individual in a way that you don't really see with other athletes or other influencers. So for me, this is something that I just think is really dope, and it really shows that when a brand really thinks outside of the box and really puts the pieces together, that you can come up with something that, one, looks cool, two, plays well, and three, has the right influencer attached to it that makes the whole world come together. So for me, I just thought that was really cool. And when I think about it and what J. Cole offers for Puma and what he can bring to the table that others can't, I just think it's really, really unique. And I think it benefits us as the consumer, because we're ball players, or if you're a ball player, or if you just want to rock something on the lifestyle front, you have this and it has its own style, it has its own feel. It doesn't feel like anything else that's out there. And for me, that's super dope and that's super unique as someone who looks and touches a bunch of sneakers year after year after year. Anyway, so with that being said, I wanted to give you guys just a quick look at these, at some of the things that Puma is doing, especially when it comes to this, the RS-Dreamer. Again, these are 125. There's a link down in the description if you want to find out more. This is the first colorway. There's more coming down the pipeline, and I think you guys should definitely be excited about it and excited about what Puma is doing into the space and how they're changing what the space is actually going to look like. All right, that being said, as always, guys, I appreciate you. Make sure you like, favorite, and subscribe. And again, big shout out to Puma for helping make this whole video come together. I'm Jacques Slade. As always, I'll see you guys soon. Peace.